All right, everybody. Derek Shelton. Questions for Derek?
Yeah, Derek, well, what did you see out of Chad tonight? Anything in particular that you liked? I know it was kind of short because of the pitch count, but seemed like the slider was working relatively well for him early.
Yeah, I thought the slider was good, and he got stronger as the game went on. A little inconsistent with his fastball early on, but settled down, and the pitch limit just kind of got to him. But I thought as the game went on, he got better, and like you said, I thought the slider was good. That was a really encouraging sign for him. And then he got out of a big jam, stayed composed, got out of the bases loaded jam, but early on, just too many pitches.
And I know before the game you said you wanted to see kind of a rhythm and consistency out of Newman and Tucker, that duo, but it kind of seemed a little shaky in that first couple frames when the run scored on the ball hit by Perez. Do you see anything different, or kind of just give it more time to gel, I guess, as the game went on?
The ball hit by Perez in the first inning?
Yeah, I believe so, that one.
Yeah, that ball was just perfectly placed. They both dove for it. I think it was a fastball that was 97 up in the zone, and it was in the perfect spot. I thought Newman actually did a really good job on 2 turns, made 2 really good turns. Tuck had the tough play that he didn't make, but that was a challenging play. But the ball in the first was just placed well.
Thank you.
Good, Jace.
Shelty, is the plan for Key Bryan to stay with you guys at this point, or is he going to go back to Indy? I saw him on the field.
Yeah, no, he's going to stay with us. Because of travel in AAA, it's a little challenging. He would have had to have gone on a 10-hour bus ride to go back to Indy to play in 1 game. So we just decided to bring him with us here because they were in Omaha. So he was able to get in a car and come over an hour and a half. And then, the plan is to activate him when he's eligible.
Shelty, I know May wasn't what you guys would want, obviously, but getting Chad back, seeing Key back around, I mean, what do you think that maybe does for just flipping the calendar, looking ahead to June and having a better?
Yeah, we go into June, we get Key back. I mean, hopefully we get Colin and Phil back here in the next week to 10 days after their rehab. We get Chad back in. So just move forward into June.
I know he's been out for the majority of the season, but how much of a boost will it be, both in terms of his play and in terms of his presence, for getting Key back?
I think both. I mean, we came into the year knowing that he was going to be a big part of our year on both sides of the ball, and for him to only play 1 game, it's been challenging for us. So we're excited to get him back.
Are you getting the impression, just having him around the guys, that's a bit of a morale boost, that they can kind of count the days at this point?
Yeah, I think so. I think everybody, is excited to have him back and back in the fold.
Shelty, I know Oviedo does a lot of work behind the scenes, but actually getting into games, whenever you assess an outing like that, how much do you have to take into account that he hasn't seen, competition like this for a week?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's been 8 days. He came in and threw strikes. If he comes in and scatters a ball, then we have different conversations. And he got a double play ball that could have got us out of the inning, except it hit the plate. He executed a pitch. He got a ground ball. We weren't able to turn the double play, but he executed a pitch. And I thought his stuff looked sharp. His velo was good. He ended up giving up the double after that. But the fact that he came in the game, threw strikes. I mean, we got to remember this kid's a 21-year-old, Rule 5 pick. It would have been different if he came in and scattered the ball. He didn't. He came in, threw strikes, went after guys. This kid's got no fear. He's going to be really good. I mean, really good. And we just keep taking strides forward with him.
Shelby, the other thing with, getting some of these guys back this week, and not just Key, but also possibly Moran and Evans, is how much that could possibly really improve your depth. How much of that has been the biggest challenge, is not having a lot of margin for error, whether it's within your play or within your injuries? Yeah,
I think that's a big part of it. I mean, when you lose, 3 guys that are crucial to your club, and in terms of at bats and playing time, it does challenge your depth a little bit. So we will definitely get deeper. We'll definitely be in a better spot to rest people. It's going to be important for us as we move forward.
All good for Shelty? Thank you. All right, everybody, Chad Kuhl is here. Good, Chad.
And Chad, just generally, how did you feel out there?
I felt great. Felt like my stuff was pretty good, and felt like I threw a really good pregame bullpen, and felt like I had some pretty good stuff. Fastball, slider, threw some good curveballs. Don't think I threw a changeup tonight, but felt like I relied on the slider. Felt like it was good stuff.
Is that intentional, or was it just a matter of the feel that you had for it, that you threw it somewhere?
Yeah, I think I had some pretty good feel. I think their numbers against sliders and their chase and their swing and miss is pretty high compared to the rest of the league on breaking balls. So we went breaking ball heavy tonight.
Chad, Shelby said that part of your rehab was not just to get your shoulder right, but also to work on your command to reduce the number of walks. How did you feel about both? How did the shoulder feel, and how did also coming out of your first outing with no walks?
Right. Yeah, it's been something that plagued me. It's just fastball command, and I feel like it was a ton better. It was a lot better in my 2 rehab outings, and obviously not having a walk. I hit a guy, 2-seam that kind of ran on me, but you eliminate 1 pitch right there. That that's a free guy on the base paths. But apart from that, I felt like it was something that had got better just from the work that me and Oscar put in, carrying into those rehab outings, and then ultimately better command tonight.
I know you kind of were on a pitch count tonight, but did you feel like even without it, like you could go a little bit deeper in the game, just based off how you were feeling today?
Yeah, I threw 65 pitches in my last outing in AAA, and I wanted to keep going then. And I felt like I had more in the tank. And then tonight, I think we were at 80. I think I only threw 70 some pitches. So obviously it's all about, the long run here, but I felt great. Obviously my, third and my fourth were pretty good. And I felt like I had, 100 pitches tonight physically. But just, playing it out for the long run, and, making sure that I maintain health through, the rest of the year.
Chad, you guys had, while you were on the IL, you had, I think, 3 starting pitchers and 3 starting infielders on the IL. What's it mean for you to get back and to know that there's a couple guys that aren't that far behind you? I know Hayes is coming, close. Moran, Evans.
Right.
What does that mean to this team in terms of morale and in terms of knowing the lineup's going to get a boost?
Right. I mean, just having Key Brian down there and on the rehab with me, that's a different type of player. I mean, this guy's offensively, defensively, just really, really, really good. So just having that guy alone, changes the complexion of the lineup. Moran and Evans are guys that can play, so it's a good feeling to get guys back off the IL and get to full strength again. Obviously, every team deals with injuries. It just feels like we were, dealing with them super early, and hopefully, the core of the team that, can get back and stay healthy, the rest of the year.
All good for Chad? All right, thank you. Jacob Stallings is here. Questions for Jacob?
Jake, what did you
see
think
out
of
of
Chad? Go ahead, Jay.
What did you see out of Chad tonight, first off?
I thought his stuff was sharp. Slider was good. Curveball was pretty good. Fastball command, I think, got us a few times, but other than that, he had a couple balls just kind of find holes and sneak through the infield, and but overall, I was happy, first start coming back from injury with how his stuff looked, for sure.
Have you ever seen that volume of sliders from him before? I mean, seemed like towards the end of the night, it was 4 or 5 per plate appearance with maybe a fastball sprinkled in.
I don't know percentage wise how
have thrown it in the past compared to tonight, but he always throws a lot of sliders. It's his best pitch, and most of the time it's what he has the best feel for. So we might have thrown it a little more than normal, but I didn't, I don't know if it was a significant amount more.
Hey, Jake, you guys are going to be getting some guys back. Key Brian and Chad coming back tonight or whatever. Just what sort of boost do you expect that to be, or what boost do you kind of hope that will be?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Key Brian back. He's our best and most talented player, so that'll be a big boost. Been counting down the days since he got hurt for him to be back. And then hopefully Colin and Phil can come back soon. And then it was good to have Chad back too. So hopefully we can get healthy and stay healthy and, start putting more runs on the board and, just playing better baseball overall.
Jake, can you talk about the toll it takes on a team when you're not only missing so many guys, several key starting pitchers, several starting infielders, and then going through some tough stretches like you did with, losing 6 in a row. What does that do to a team, and how much can you just, feel like the morale boost just having them around and knowing that they're close to coming back?
I think it'll be more of a morale boost when they come back, but no, I mean, it's tough, but it's around the league, it's not just us. Every team is battling injuries, and a lot of teams, if not most teams, have injuries to key guys. And so it's not just us, it's around the league, but it'll certainly be nice to get these guys back, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Colin and Key Brian, two of our, if not our two best hitters, two of our best hitters. So they will be very welcome for sure.
All right. Anybody else? No? All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jacob. We got enough time.